book. Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. I am a little bit late because I've already been live on Instagram and I forgot to hit the live button on my StreamYard to be up on Facebook and YouTube. So, hi, I'm glad you're here. I just did one book signing already. That was for Miranda and Brandon, but I'm super excited to be doing book signings tonight. And if you're joining me in Facebook land and you don't know who the heck I am, I'm Rachel Lidfin, the author of the Chronicles of Royal High, a young adult fantasy series that has basically been in my heart and soul since I was a kid myself. And finally, I published the first one in 2018. And this one came out 3 weeks before the pandemic started. And that was tough this year. But I am doing my virtual signings. Right now, we're running the holiday book bundles. So if you're just now logging in right now through December 11th, we're doing free shipping on all my signed books. You can find the link on my website. I also included it in the description part of this live video. So if you want to order books for the fantasy lover in your life, or if you just want them for yourself, you can order them through those links. And if you order by December 11th, free shipping, and it will be there in time for Christmas. I just did a book signing already, but I'm glad I'm up and running on all the facets of social medias. And I'm very thirsty, so give me 2 seconds. All right. So hopefully they're catching up over on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. Let's see some comments real quick before we get to the next signing. Ooh, you guys have been busy. Let's hear. Happy holidays, everyone. Oh, I'm so glad you're all here. Okay, cool. I think I'm catching up. DK Prop Shop says, your dimples rock my world. Thanks. I was born with them. And he asks, what is your next costume? My next costume is survival, I think, at this point. I've actually, you know what, for a while, I've been wanting to pull the trigger to get my own Belle golden ball gown, the one I wore for Tracy Hines' music video that a lot of you saw pictures of a few back. It's not my ball gown. It was lent to me by Designer Daddy, who is amazing. Shout out. He lent me their ball gown and stuff. And so I am really wanting to commission one of my own. So I'd say if I was ever going to drop big money on a new cosplay, because I miss costuming a lot. I do miss it. I kind of took a hiatus to do my books and stuff. But, you know, I'm a theater kid and I love acting and being somebody else that you're not, you know, and cosplay fits right into that. So if I was going to drop some big money on a new cosplay, I'd want a big golden bell ball gown. And so I hope 2021 will bring some avenues to make that happen. But for now, I'm just sheltering in place and signing books and writing more when I can, because I have a third book I've promised all of you. You guys got to find out what happens after Dragon's Wrath. So, but yeah, I definitely would love to be golden ball gown Belle soon. That would be great. All right. Ransom. Oh, hi, Ransom. He says Lucianne's at the book. She got it. Oh, I know, Lucianne. It's gonna be a little bit. I'm trying to get that third book out, but it has been a bit of a year. But I promise you, with everything inside me, book 3 will be a thing at least in the next year and a half. I'm hoping. So it's gonna be a little bit of wait, but I am working on kind of starting. I'm working on getting my Patreon up and running, and as well as a new Instagram. There's nothing on it yet, but it is an official Chronicles of Royal High Instagram where I'll be posting a lot of Chronicles of Royal High aesthetic and things for the fandom to kind of geek out on, because I realized me kind of trying to post on my main Instagram, Rachel Lidfin, and sometimes there's aesthetic things for Chronicles I want to post, but it kind of won't go with the flow. So I'm like, I will start 2 different Instagrams, my main one, the Chronicles of Royal High one. So definitely find me there, and I would love to indulge all of your fandom, rolling over on that Instagram where I'm going to start to post like character bios and deeper things about Edenarth and all kinds of good stuff like that, because I really want to talk about those things, but not everybody wants to hear that from your main Instagram. So I'm going to take the party definitely over there, and hopefully it kind of gives you a little bit of that, slakes your thirst a little bit for that third book until it can come out. Next year will be a novella though. So there is writing coming from me for the core world. There will be a novella that is for between books 2 and 3, and it is a high seas tale. There will be mermaids, but it definitely ties together some events between book 2 and 3. So kind of be a little bit of a holdover. So that is definitely coming next year. And it's good to hear from you guys, Lucy Ann and Ransom. You guys are great. So thank you for supporting this journey. Thank you for loving the Chronicles of Royal High. All right. Constance, having a wonderful holiday. I hope you're having a wonderful day too. All right, I think I'm caught up. Let's see who is on comments on Facebook. Matt Dunford. Where's mine? What do you mean, where's mine, Matt Dunford? It's good to see you in the stream though, buddy. All right. Okay, let's see here. I think we're good. Let us get to the next book signing. All right. We did Miranda and Brandon. Nicholas Lee, if you are here, I think I might have seen you pop on. Nicholas got both books and a quote note. So I handwrite these quotes as kind of an add-on in the packages, because the packages I offer are very customizable. And this is part of it. I think this one was one of the mess up ones, but this is what they look like, and like the degree around it. And I do a quote. I know it's backwards for Instagram, but luckily Facebook and YouTube have it right ways. In the book series, A Paladin's Heart Must Be Strong it's a big saying, and it definitely feeds into the deeper lore of Edenarth and Adella's journey. But these are an add-on, and Nick added one of these to his package, so I'll be making a fresh quote note for him to keep in his books. But let's get you all signed up, Nick. So we've got a Lost Noble and a Dragon's Wrath. And also, too, if you have questions about writing, hair care, nerdy stuff, light up the comments. I'm definitely here. I miss all of you so much, and getting to reconnect is it's important in these times. And so yeah, let me know what's on your mind, and I will be getting to those in just a minute. All right, Nick, so we got them all signed, and I'm going to put your name in these. All right, we got book 1 and book 2. All right, these are going to be going out. I'm so excited to get you this. Thank you. Welcome to Edenarth, Nick. Okay, so we got Nick's done, and we have a few more. Melissa, the crafty Irish lass. Are you here? I hope you are, because I am signing your book next. I know Melissa from Fair, and she's ready for book 2. She loved book 1, and we're going to get her a Dragon's Wrath, and she's going to get to know what happens in Adella's journey at Royal High. And if you have any questions about what my books are about or writing processes, I will gladly answer what I can. All right, Melissa, the crafty Irish lass. I think she's on Facebook. My camera's a little low. So, for Melissa. crafty Irish lass. I've got your second book right here, and I'm so excited to get this to you. I think you're gonna love it. Yes, indeed. So we've got two more signings, you guys. I'm gonna try and get through the rest of them so we can get to some good comments. But let me catch up real quick. Let me see here. Melissa is in the comments. She says, "Hey there, Melissa, the crafty Irish lass here. My daughters and I are watching. Cordy is super excited to get book 2 from you." Yay! I'm so excited. Hi, you guys. And Cordy, you're going to get to find out what happens next. This will be at your doorstep within the week. Yay, applesauce applause. Applesauce. Applesauce. That's great. I'm going to start saying that. I'm going to sound like a kindergarten teacher. Oh, I'm so excited to get that for you guys. And Melissa, say hello to your daughters for me. All right, let's see here. Instagram comments. Big Sean says, "I want to say you were on reverse origin." That is a blast from the past. Wow, thank you so much. God willing, when the pandemic is under control and the film industry is able to get back to where it was, I definitely would love to go back into film and doing projects and stuff. I love acting. I'm always going to love acting. So I hope, oh gosh, this pandemic has been so rough for entertainers. Like it's bad, guys. But I hope when it's all done, we are able to have live entertainment again, theater, film, all that good stuff. Working on Reverse Flash Origins was a very fun project. I had to have them kill me off because I was getting too busy and I couldn't keep up with the filming schedule. You know, writing books and touring with your books will do that. But I love Colin. I love the Nerdbot team. They're just amazing, and I love them all so much. So thanks for that. Thanks for that shout out. That was, thank you. Miranda says, "You inspired me to actually start writing my book." I did. Keep writing. Always write your stories. You know, I thought of Chronicles of Royal High when I was 13 years old. I am 28 now. So like, if there's a story in your heart, no matter how old you are, no matter when you have it, there is no timeline. Work on no matter what. So I'm super excited. If you need any tips or anything, I'm here. I'm not an expert, but I think I know a thing or two. So if you need some help, Miranda, I'd love to help. But yeah, you go, girl. You write that book. It's tough, but it's worth it. Okay, let's see here. Tina Stark says, "Hi, Rachel. Love the look." Thank you, friend. I am actually, no, I was really excited. I love shiny pants. I don't know why. I hope you guys can see it because my camera's a little high, but I have my shiny leggings on today. My shiny pants make me feel like a superhero. Thank you, Tino. All right. I think we're caught up on comments for now. Indie Ranger says, "How many books do you have out now?" I have 2 books out now, and they are with me because we will actually get to the next signing right now. There we go. I have 2 books out now. Book 1, The Chronicles of Royal High, The Lost Noble, and book 2 in the series, The Chronicles of Royal High, Dragon's Wrath. This is going to be a 5-part series planned of books in the main arc as well as novellas. I will have a novella coming out next summer. So this is my life's work thus far. I call them children. I have 2. But yeah, so this is what I have going on right now. But from here on out, guys, I will probably be writing stuff for forever. So 2 books, but soon to be many, many more. All right, Grandpa Caramba, I'm going to get to your comment, and then I will do the next book signing. Do you watch TV or listen to music when you write, and does it influence what you write? Absolutely. I can't watch TV when I write, but I listen to music, and I listen to a lot of soundtrack music as well as I love video game music. I love Two Steps from Hell, Audio Machine. I love Soul, Skyrim stuff. Absolutely, music has inspired exact chapters in my books too. Like there are chapters that have been written to pieces of music, and on my website there's actually an inspiration tab that I've been meaning to do this too. On that inspiration tab, I want to go through and meticulously link each YouTube, like find the music so people can just click in. But I have just written out chapters to certain musics that you can find that complement the chapters and stuff. So yeah, absolutely. There are certain chapters in my books that were directly written to / inspired by pieces of music. The storyline was always going to be certain things, but getting you into that mood to write the scene, get the dialogue, the pacing down, music, absolutely. No TV, because I will be distracted. But yeah, music's huge. Music is, to ask any creator, I'd say we all have our music that we need. Great question, by the way. Great question. Okay, I'm going to do some more book signings. We got 2 more, and I'm going to get a drink of water really quickly because my throat's very dry. I hope you guys like the decorations. We worked so hard all year, and I just feel so cozy right now. Alrighty. Okay. We've got more book signings. And actually, I'm going to get to... Okay, are we good on... Ashley Nicole on Facebook says, I want shiny pants. Shiny pants are where it's at. You're magical. Shiny pants. All right, next book signing. We've got Lanny Bassett. I hope you are in the chat. She got both and a note. So you guys will be getting a handwritten quote note, and they fit right in the books perfectly. Handwritten, or you can frame them. Handwritten quote note, and both books are going to the Bassett family. Lanny's been a cosplay friend of mine for a very, very long time, and I am so excited to get these for you guys. Okay, so book 1, The Lost Noble, is going to be inscribed to the Bassett family. All right, I'm going to raise this up a little bit because I think she's on Facebook. There we go. We've got Lost Noble, and I'm all thumbs today. And we've got Dragon's Wrath for the Bassett family. I miss Con, you guys. I miss seeing you, Lanny. I miss seeing everybody. My gosh. You don't realize you don't realize what you have until it's gone, you know. And I feel like I took cons for granted, and I miss you guys, but this one's for you. All right, these will be in the mail, and you'll have them by Christmas. Thank you so much, Lanny and the Bassett family. Okay. We've got that one. We've got this one. The last one I'm doing, and I've been meaning to get his out. My friend Pat, also his nickname is Snipe, from my Ren Fair family. Snipe, this is for you. This is going to get mailed. Snipe has been he's been such a blessing in my life. And there are times where I've not been doing good, and he's reached out and he's talked with me, and he recommended some awesome books. Right now I'm listening to You Are a Badass. Specifically, he told me, listen to that book right now. it's been great. And Snipe, I'm so grateful for you. And I'm sad we couldn't see each other this year, but I'm so happy to get you your book. You've always believed in me, buddy, and I'll believe in you. So thank you. And this will be in the mail. But yeah, if you are in the fair community out here in the West Coast, specifically in California, Snipe runs the Hungry Hog and the Weasel and Sarsaparilla. They have amazing root beer and sarsaparilla, and he also is like the best cook. His brisket, I don't even really like brisket. I like Snipe's brisket. So if you find yourself over at the fairs here on the West Coast in California, you will not go wrong with the Weasel and Sarsaparilla. So love you, Snipe. All right, buddy. This will be in the mail. Okay, we are done with book signings tonight. And I'm going to get to some comments because you guys have been lighting it up. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get to some Facebook ones, and then I'll be back to Instagram. But again, writing, mental health, beauty tips, nerd stuff, light it up. I will answer most anything. Okay, so Keegan Gerber, he says, one thing about at least for myself is that certain types of music can have major effects on what is written. Absolutely agree. I've listened to specific tracks on repeat simply because I didn't want to lose the feeling I originally had. I've also found, especially with the ADHD, hey, I have ADHD too. It is being an author with ADHD is no joke. He's found that instrumentals work better most of the time because I can get distracted by lyrical songs that I really enjoy. Yes. Okay, so for those of you who might not know or are familiar, I'm ADHD. I've been ADHD my whole life. Was never diagnosed until this last year, because I got to a point where I kept hitting walls in my life, just like I am working so hard and I'm still not functioning to my capacity. I am falling apart. What's going on? And so it led to me. I mean, I was at that point in 2017, so that led to me getting a diagnosis and all that kind of stuff. And I realized, especially writing, and I've seen many other ADHD people because I've since joined ADHD communities online and where we all talk and, we help each other and stuff. And I've totally noticed, Keegan, that many of us can't, if we are like writing, using this part to write, we can't hear music that has words to it. It has to be instrumental. But conversely, if I am using a different part of my brain, like making art, something tactile, I can listen to an audiobook or music with lyrics. And it's because it just lights up different parts of your brain. And the parts of my brain that use words can't listen to the words and music at the same time. It'll throw me off. So yeah, no, you are not alone, my friends. It's definitely a thing. All right, Belle Burns says, I just started my adventurous story. It's hard to finish when I'm a multitasking mom and I have writer's block. Belle, I will tell you this. It took me 13 years to write my first book. It is a long haul. It's a marathon. And I keep having to tell myself that. It's a marathon, not a sprint. As long as you keep working at it, you will get there. It's, the longest journey is taken step by step by step. One thing I find really helpful, though, if you have writer's block, is to define which type of writer's block it is. And if it's the kind where you don't know what should happen next, definitely start to play in your world a little bit more, sandbox mode, flesh out some characters, flesh out some lore or whatever's going on. But if it's the writer's block where you know what you need to write, you just can't get it out, that's when I grab a giant scratch piece of paper and I just start, dialogue that I know is important that needs to be said in a scene, certain things that need to be established, and then from there I build onto that. And so it basically gets built into layers. So there's different types of writer's block. I have experience with all of them. So if you're ever stumped, that's basically my advice for it. But I can always go more into depth. I've been wanting to make a video about my actual replicatable 7-step writing process to overcome writer's block. So God willing, one day I get that out. But we can't all do everything at the same time. But I hope that helps. Okay, so what time? We're at 8 o'clock. Let's see here. I'm glad you guys are with me tonight. This has been really great. Ooh, connection paused. What's going on? Okay, cool. Luna Rose says, you were just amazing. I love the leggings. I love my leggings too. They are shiny. Luna Rose says, I will read whatever books you write. Wonderful. So I hope to put out many books, so you got some reading ahead of you, Luna. All right, I think we're good. I think I'm caught up. Lindy Ranger says, this is the first time in 8 years I haven't been to a convention. Oh, wow. Yeah. How long have I been going to con? My God. My first convention ever, I was 14 years old, and my parents packed my brother and I up. So we're from Northern California. We drove all the way down to San Diego Comic-Con. This was in 2006, when you could literally still walk up and get tickets the day up. Saturdays were out, but we were there like Thursday and Sunday. I think Friday. I think we were there for like 3 days. Yeah. And so we did San Diego Comic-Con 2006, and that was my first con ever, was going to San Diego Comic-Con. I grew up in a very nerdy household. 90s Sci-Fi Channel, Star Trek, Stargate, Farscape. I mean, like the real stuff, not just Star Wars, and of course Lord of the Rings and Dungeons and Dragons and fantasy. And so going to San Diego Comic-Con, my God, too, coming back from summer vacation and trying to explain to my friends what I had gone through that summer at San Diego Comic-Con. I was all like, you guys, the entire pavilion is as large as the airport. Like, I was so enthralled. But yeah, so that was my first con back in the day. And I was 14. I was 14. I was a baby. And at that time too, there was no there was MySpace for social media, but there was no, Facebook or Instagram. You couldn't just text a picture to somebody. I mean, you could, but it was grainy, and so it was still very underground. But I'll tell you this, we went to San Diego Comic-Con in 2008, 2 years later. That was my second con in my life. Twilight had just hit, and they had a panel in Hall H with Twilight, and the Twihard moms got, because this was like the first time I feel like people realized, wait a minute, celebrities go to this con, you could just see them talk. Well, I'll buy a ticket. Oh my God. So I was there at this con when Twilight blew up, and it was, I remember San Diego Comic-Con 2006 was busy, but 2008 was insane. I mean, it was like, whoa. And because of that, finally by about 2008, everybody was getting into Facebook by that time. And so you had more of reach and all that stuff. And word got out that San Diego Comic-Con, you can rub shoulders with your favorite movie stars. You can meet directors of your favorite films. You can get autographs, all kinds of crazy stuff. And so for San Diego Comic-Con is now pop culture con. It's not nerd con anymore. It is literally the mecca of, on the West Coast at least, of nerd, not even nerd entertainment, literally pop culture entertainment. I mean, you have stuff that shouldn't even be there. Like I remember the year they had the entire cast of Glee there. And I'm like, how is Glee nerdy? I mean, it kind of is. Not that I'm complaining, musicals are great. But definitely I feel like Twilight in 2008 was the one. Just in my opinion, I know many people have their own opinions over the way that con has evolved, but I feel like Twilight was the one who blew it up. Thanks, Rob Pattinson. But yeah, so I mean, I don't even know how I got on that story, but who asked me? Oh, we were talking about cons. Somebody said they hadn't been to a con all year in the first time in 8 years. Well, I went to 2 cons this year before the shutdown happened. I had my books at Sacramento, Sac Anime, and East Bay Comic Con, and that was in January and February 2020. And then I released Dragon's Wrath, my second book, February 25th. We went live, and then the shutdown started mid-March. So it has been a year, folks. I am ready for it to be done. All right, that was a mouthful. Let me get to some comments here. If you've been with me this whole time, you are epic. Perry Comics says, hey, howdy. Glad to have you tonight. Let's see here. Ooh, trying to... STC Eagle says, I went to my convention. I was years old, and I went to a Star Trek convention in Washington, D.C. Wow, that is so cool. They've been doing Star Trek cons for forever. See, that's original con right there. Did my parents go to Star Trek con? I think my parents went to Star Trek con when it was in Vegas. I was 6. Oh, I'm getting weird memories, man. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. Grandpa Crumba says, some people all day home. Yes, they do. Brand Dub, my dear friend David, says, I've never been to a con. You're such a liar. I have been with you at many cons, you dork. STC Eagle says, I've gone to more virtual cons than ever in 2020. I've been a part of virtual cons I was a part of virtual San Diego Comic-Con over the summer. I did a panel with Hero Within. Great clothing company. They're a small business. This year completely gutted them. This year gutted me. This year, if you are a creative or a small business owner, this year kicked our butts. But Hero Within have amazing nerd clothing. I love everything they make. They did a panel at San Diego Comic-Con this last year when San Diego Comic-Con did the virtual thing, and they do their Building a Geek Brand panel. So if you go to San Diego Comic-Con International's YouTube, I think our panel was like Friday or Thursday. You can still catch it. It was great. We had Vampy Bit Me, cosplayer, great. Vampy Bit Me, she's wonderful. We had Victor Dandridge, who is a comic creator, and we had Tony Kim, who owns Hero Within, and then we had me, Arlen Finn, author of the Chronicles of Royal High. So yeah, virtual cons. People did them this year. I don't know how I feel. I think they're great, but with con, as well as any in-person event, Renaissance fairs, I do feel like the magic of it and what makes it special is being in person with people. And as much of a hermit as I can be, I really realized how much I loved the interaction that you got at those kinds of places. And this year completely shutting all of that down was just really, I felt a part of my soul kind of die this year. And I know that's kind of dramatic to say, but I love meeting all of you. I love, you never know who you're going to run into around the corner. You never know who you're going to share a drink with. You never know who you're going to get a crazy photo with because something stupid, awesome happened. And, virtual cons are cool and all, but you just don't have that in-person energy, which is where the magic happens, I feel. So I'm really, really hoping and praying that we get back, that the world gets back onto a better foot soon, so we can, hopefully bring some of that back. All right, so let's see here. B is for Bison. When do you think book 3 of the Chronicles of Royal High will be released? Hi, Brittany. Book 3, definitely. I would not expect 2021 release, probably 2022. You know, I think it would have been a 2021 release had I not gotten my butt handed to me this year. But for a good chunk of this year, I just was not in a creative space, and but we are working on book 3 now. It is and I want it to be the best it can be. So I don't want to rush anything, but I do want to make good because I want you guys to have it. My God, I want you guys to know what happens. I love these kids. I love Adella and Brogan and Professor Brack, and it's such a magical tale, and I'm very happy you want to know what happens next. So there will be a novella next summer for sure. It kind of fills in some things between books 2 and 3, and I would say book 3 at the earliest 2022, early 2022. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about Chronicles of Royal High stuff and get your fandom fix, I have launched a new Instagram, official The Chronicles of Royal High. I haven't posted anything on it yet. I just secured it, but I want to start to fill that up with character bios and artwork and core aesthetic and get that going. So, it's a place for fans of the series to congregate and, discuss and get some, get that fix. Yeah, so soon, book 3 soon. I'm trying, but it's gonna be a minute. But I promise it will happen. I promise. Dad's in my comments says, "I've been to the Star Trek experience in Vegas. First year they opened. Too bad they shut it down." Maybe that's what I was remembering, that you guys went to the Star Trek experience in Vegas. You guys loved that thing. You talked about it for a really long time. I was like 6. I think that's what I was remembering. Hero Within, Grandpa Crumpus says Hero Within is really stylish stuff. Yes, they are. Hero Within. Check them out. If you guys like nerd clothing, but for the high street, for high street fashion, Hero Within has got you. And go support them. They're an amazing small business and they need a lot of love right now. Let's see here. David says, I have a video in my phone of Victor dancing while tipsy. See, I've only met him virtually. We all need to get together. Oh my gosh. All right. So Lucendo says, can't wait, mate. I can't wait either. I cannot wait either. For book 3, for being able to gather again, all of it. Okay, let's see here. Auntie Pam says, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Auntie Pam. Luna Rose Princess says, I draw lots of fan art. Yes, you do. So Luna Rose Princess in my Instagram comments, she says she does a lot of fan art. She does. She's been sending me fan art since she started reading my series. And so I love what you make, girl. I should definitely do that too. I should do fan art shout outs on the new Instagram. I would love to start doing that. You see, STC Eagle, he says, I've gotten more personalized autographs this year than I ever have in years because of virtual cons. I usually never go to cons because I work on weekends. See, it worked out for you then. You take the good with the bad. There's just different facets to all of it. Virtual cons are great because they're super accessible. No matter where you are in the world, you can log in them. But the in-person vibe. However, getting that in-person vibe, you have to be there in that time frame, get the weekend off from work. So there's pros and cons to all of it. I do prefer the in-person stuff, but yeah, no, I love how virtual cons are so accessible now. It's like Pandora's box has been opened, basically. B is for Bison. Whatever, she says, whatever happened to your princess video when you were Belle? I never found it. Oh, that video actually is it's part of Tracy Hines. She's a YouTuber, Instagrammer, model, singer, amazing. Tracy did a music video 2 years ago with all the Disney princesses. to kind of coincide with the release of Wreck-It Ralph 2. We did this awesome music video, and it's on her YouTube. We also did a skit too, where we were all the princesses doing the intro scene with Vanellope and Wreck-It Ralph and everything. It was an amazing project. I'm so grateful to this day. I think it's got like, last I checked, it had like 13 million views. I think it's up to like 37 million views, the original music video on Tracy's channel. But yeah, that's where I'm Belle. But I am that, so that Belle dress I don't own. Designer Daddy has it. He lent it to me for the shoot. But I wanted to get one this year when 2020 was supposed to be normal. But I'm hoping next year, kind of a little gift to myself. I want to get a big, beautiful golden Belle ball gown because I miss cosplaying. I miss dressing up, and I feel like I kind of need to stretch those wings again. But yeah, Belle's my princess. But go check out that video. It's so cute. I see that video and I just like smile because it's like, it just gives you the happy Disney vibes. It's great. So, and you can see me as Belle and a lot of amazing other Instagrammers, influencers, as a bunch of the other princesses too. And just such a magical shoot. We had such a great time. And we're all still friends to this day too. That shoot brought so many people together. So. Oh, and actually too, you can find that video in if you're on Instagram. The links are in my bio. Just scroll down enough, you'll see it. It's under like Tracy Hines Princess Collab or something, so you can see it real quick there. R. Whaley says, I finally finished The Lost Noble. I read it and it was great. About to read. Yay! Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. If you liked The Lost Noble, hold on to your socks because Dragon's Wrath is pretty epic. It brings it all together. And Dragon's Wrath, as stressful as it was to get in time, still a late, but as stressful as it was, Dragon's Wrath was actually really fun to write. There were some parts of that I got super giddy creating. So I hope you love it. Sean Long, you're here, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. All right, let me get to some Facebook, YouTube comments. Eileen says, hi, love you so much and think of you often. You have the most beautiful soul. Thank you, Eileen. I hope you're doing well. And Michelle Luna says, hi, Miss Rachel, I miss you so much. It's good to hear from you, Michelle. Michelle actually was one of my old bosses when I worked at a local grocery store here about 10 years ago. It's one of my first jobs. And, you know, I was just a kid with a dream at that time. And this book series I wouldn't shut up about. Like this book that I told everybody, I'm writing a book. No, I have a book I'm going to write. Also, I want to be a Disney princess. And I have a book I'm going to write. Oh, Michelle, I'm glad you stopped by. Katie Steen, hi. I missed you guys. Katie's my cousin, actually. She's on my YouTube and Facebook comments. She's on Facebook. I can see it. Katie is family. She's up in Alaska with her kids, my baby cousins. And God, I miss all of you. I only get to see her every couple years and miss you guys. I hope you guys are well. Let's see here. Amy Baby says, wow, loving the background and the Christmas feels, right? I did the little fire and little tree and my books. Also, if you're just now joining and you don't know what the heck is going on, I do my book signings for some of the parcels that go out because you can order signed books right from me. Let me get one right here. Right now, I'm offering free shipping now through December 11th on all my signed books. You can find the link in my bio. I also included it in the description of this video. And if you are United States residents, I will mail one out to you and it will get there by Christmas if you order by December 11th. I'm also doing rush shipping if you order after the fact. But books make a great gift. And if you already love my story, you can gift it to a friend. and your holiday shopping's taken care of, and you're supporting a small business creator. So you can find all of that in the links in my bio for those of you just now joining. But yeah, I've been on for almost an hour now. If we have any more comments or questions, I would be glad to oblige, but I think I'm going to wrap up soon. Also, Facebook land, I'm so sorry, you guys. I started y'all late today, so usually I try and go an hour, and I went live on Instagram, and I guess I forgot to hit the live button on the YouTube, Facebook, StreamYard link that I do. So, but I am so glad you all have been here tonight. This was wonderful. I miss you all so much. You know, as much as I hermit away, I love people. I love you all, and it's been really crappy. This year has been crappy. You know, I tend to hide away when I don't do well, and I'm trying to get past that, but it's so easy to cocoon away and ignore the world when you're just not doing good. But I am, little by little, I've been doing a lot better. It comes in waves, I notice. But anything for the books perks me right up, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. And if you haven't read my work and you want to take a chance on it, please do so. It is a fantasy pop series that follows the teen royals of the magical world of Edenarth, and they must band together to create a fellowship of paladins to fight the dragons that are invading their world while still coming of age as rulers attending Royal High. So if that sounds like your bag, I love fantasy pop. I ended up writing fantasy pop. Give my books a try. And yeah, that's about it. Let me get to a few more comments, but I think we might be logging off soon. Andrew is on my YouTube. Buddy, it is so good to hear from you. Oh my gosh, Andrew, I'm so glad to hear from you. He says, hey, Rachel, I hope you're well and hanging in there. Wow, he got rid of his Facebook. I haven't heard from you in forever. But I'm glad to see you on YouTube. I actually don't know if I'm following your channel. I need to give you a follow back. God, it's so good to see you. Miss you, Andrew. I hope you're doing well too. All right, so Luna Rose says you'd be an epic Disney princess / queen. You know, I used to want to work in Disneyland really hardcore. It's out of my system now at this point. I am perfectly happy to just cosplay and write my books. Because to me, Adella is a Disney princess. She's totally a Disney princess. However, Disney kind of scares me right now, and I'm not sure if I want them to have my IP. We'll see, though. Not exactly going to turn down a contract from Disney. But yeah, no, I love Disney princesses. I'm totally fine cosplaying them. But thank you for saying that. You're very sweet. Amy says, which books were your main inspiration? I will try and make that a very quick question. Lord of the Rings was huge inspiration to me. Most of the Chronicles of Royal High, the storyline arc got written when I was a teenager, really. I mean, when I was 13, 14, 15, up and through 1920, those years is when the main thematic elements and story arcs for the Chronicles of Royal High were solidified. At that time, what was I into? Lord of the Rings, for sure. I loved Winx Club, actually, too. There's a lot of Winx Club elements in my work. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Some of you might not. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure you guys do, because Nickelodeon picked it up and they bastardized it, but the new generation does love it. But I watched the original release of Winx Club back in the day. But gosh, I'm drawing a blank. We're towards the end of the night here. On my website is an inspiration tab with tons of inspiration sources. Anything media you could think of is in that tab. So definitely go dig around there a little bit. Because my brain's fried right now. I can feel it. I'm like drawing a blank. Hello, I have ADHD. But yeah, let's see here. Seagull is the farthest you have ever traveled for a book tour. Okay, so this story, I call it the Mexico, Florida ordeal. It's how I started doing Renaissance fairs with my books. I ended up doing a con in Florida, into it. Kind of it's a very long story. I'd only been published a couple months and I tried to ship my books over. And the week before that con, I was also in Mexico. I was taken to Mexico. This is a very long story, but I wasn't watching my book shipment and I accidentally did the shipping wrong. And so I get to Florida, going to do MegaCon. This is in May 2018. The books never arrived at the FedEx like they should have. Also, the FedEx gave me bad information. They didn't set up the profile to receive the books properly. So I ended up doing a con without my book shipment completely, halfway across the United States in Florida. I found the book shipment where they had been sent. They were actually on their way to be destroyed because they were not received. And so they were going back to the facility where the books were printed. I was on the phone so much, salvaged them, shipped them back to California to my parents' house. And in that time, we reached out to, we reached out to Bill Waters, who runs many Renaissance fairs. He's a showrunner out here in California. A dear friend of mine. I love you, Bill. My dad was like, Rachel needs to sell books. Do you know of anywhere that has an event? And Bill's like, well, we're doing Valhalla Renaissance Fair this coming weekend. You know, I love you guys. You guys are great. If you can, you know, do a little tent or something, we'll put up. And because of this stupid Mexico, Florida ordeal bullshit, I ended up doing my books at Ren Fair, and it was a 2-weekend Ren Fair in Tahoe, California. And I sold so many freaking books, and it was such a blessing in disguise. So just goes to show you, if you think ish is going wrong, everything happens for a reason, and you don't know, but it could totally turn out to actually be the best thing ever. So that is the farthest away I have sold my books thus far on book tour, Florida, but it doesn't even count because I didn't actually sell a book in Florida. I mean, I got some downloads on Kindle and Amazon, but but yeah, so a heavy metal mariachi says, I was told there'd be chalky milk. I want chalky milk with chicken nuggies. Don't tempt me. I think I'm gonna get some hot chocolate when this is done, you guys. David says, happy birthday to Bill. Also, yes, it's Bill's birthday today. So for those of you who are familiar with Bill, go give him a shout out. No, Bill is, oh, connection paused. I hope it recalibrates. There we go. I'm back. I think it hiccuped. But today's Bill Waters' birthday, so give him a shout out. Bill has been, David too, actually, he's in the comments. Both Bill and dear friend of mine, who, without both of them in my life through the years, I don't think the Chronicles of Royal High would be in existence, at least in print, as it is right now. So I love both of you very much. STC Eagle says, I live in the northeast corner of Florida, and they have a book event that has had authors like Lee Child show up. Usually it is in February. There are like 6 small bookshops where I live. Well, I actually love Florida, despite having some really insane, horrible things happen in Florida. I actually really do love Florida, and I might have to come visit your neck of the woods. 6 bookshops? It sounds like a pretty cool area. David, lies, and propaganda. All right, you guys. Oh, we've got some comments on Facebook. Bobby Bill says, not sure if you talked about this already, but do you have any plans for other stories outside of the Chronicles of Royal High? Absolutely, I do, Bobby. If you're still with us in the chat, I absolutely have. Actually, so one thing I did do this year, which was really cathartic, and it showed me that I am more then the Chronicles of Royal High, I actually have about a solid dozen different writing projects that I am super excited to do at some point. A combination of film scripts, screenplays, short stories. There's another novel series in there. Definitely a supernatural kind of novel series. Yeah, no, there's a lot of material. I definitely have material coming out of my ears. So God willing, things get back to normal and my soul can get better and I can be in a better place to create, because there's a lot of stuff I want to start creating outside of the Chronicles of Royal High. But the Chronicles of Royal High is my focus right now because I'm a very, very distractible person. I love shiny things like shiny pants and squirrels. So I try and juggle the projects that I can, but I definitely do see many different things in my future that are not Chronicles of Royal High related. So, oh my gosh, comments drive me crazy. I love you guys. Um, Adam Blake says, "How are you doing with this crazy time with COVID?" I think I'm doing. You know what? I'm not going to talk about woe is me. I'm going to say the things I am grateful for during this time. I am grateful that I have a family who loves me, that I was able to move back in with them. I was on my own in Los Angeles for a long time, not a long time, but a few years. And the car I had 2 years ago, that kind of started a chain of succession where I ended up moving back to my hometown in NorCal, summer 2019. And sure enough, less than a year later, we hit this pandemic. And at the time, I was making a living acting as well as doing my books, my books at events, both of which were super impacted. So I am grateful to be home in a loving home with a crazy family. I'm grateful for that. I am grateful that I have had time to recuperate during this pandemic. I am grateful that I have been able to keep the books going in a, albeit a smaller capacity, but still that I have had the opportunities and resources to continue my work on. Because it is really easy to focus on the bad stuff that happened this year. And I won't lie, I've gone into not good mental states this year. But the important part to cling to when you're in those bad places is to know this too shall pass, and that the storm always has to pass. The storm can't last forever. It's not Jupiter. We don't have, an red eye that's just a constant storm for hundreds of years, thousands, I think. God, how long is the storm on Jupiter going on? Hello. The storm always has to pass. And so when I'm not doing good, that is something that does hold me over, knowing tomorrow's a new day. The day after that's a new day. So, but yeah, that's how I've been doing this year. You guys are awesome. I'm so blessed just by so many of you. All right. Bill Danza says, "I remember that accident. So glad you overcame that and are where you are at now and that you've written your books." Thank you. That car accident was really fun place in my life. Actually, December 5th is the 2-year anniversary of them removing the pins in my right foot. I'd broken my right foot in 2018 and they removed the pins. I'd had a Lisfranc displacement. Basically, my tendons got screwed up in this car accident and they had to reset my tendons. And I didn't even break a bone. I broke the tendons, which I think is worse. And so they had to reset my right foot. And December 5th, 2018, I was in a cast for 10 weeks. And then December 5th, they removed the exposed pins. And there's a video on my highlights somewhere, if you go back far enough, that shows that, if you want to go. But 2 years out, I'm doing, it took about 1.5 years to get usually pain-free most days. At the end of a long day, it acts up, you know. But coming from where I came from, I am so grateful to be as healed as I am, because I smashed into a semi and I was driving a Honda. So, but yeah, that was a really intense time, but it started a lot of deep growth. Like that right there just started a lot of things. And so again, not happy it happened, but I am grateful for everything that happens, because everything is a learning moment. So David says, you have a tendency to be special. I've had a lot of special things happen in my life. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, S2C Eagle, I had the car accident in 2018. It was October 2018. So it's been 2 years now. 2 years. I've actually been wanting to make a blog post about Lisfranc displacement, because when I was healing, I was trying to Google anything I could find. There was like no information about healing for Lisfranc displacement. It was like really hard to find anything. So I kind of at least want to add my story to the collective on the, you know, nethers of the internet. So hopefully if somebody else is struggling with that, they can at least see my story and have some hope. You know, I healed pretty good. You know, I healed pretty good. I can actually still wear high heels. They hurt, but it's not bad. You know, there's hope if you have a Lisfranc displacement. So, you know, but it's not a fun thing to recover from. I had to relearn how to walk again. So. Let's see here. Keegan Gerber on Facebook says, the deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal, but know that the sun always rises. From Dragon Age Origins. I love that. That is great. The deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal. God, it does. When you're in the darkness, it seems eternal. But the sun always rises. That was a really good one, Keegan. Thank you. And Mythos Greer says on YouTube, he says, when the storm seems darkest, there's always an eye, and within there can always be a positive found in the negative. And once the storm passes, the positives within the darkness are shined on by the sun. You guys are the best tonight. My gosh. I'm getting all blessed. Thank you. That was really great, Andrew and Keegan. All right. I think I've been on for over an hour. Yeah, no. Facebook and YouTube caught up, so we've been going. Usually Instagram kicks you off if you've gone over. Wow. I probably should get off soon. I don't want to. I do want to get to some of these comments real quick. Luna Rose says, I'm glad you are safe because you are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I'm safe too. It's been a long journey. STC Eagle says, I think because Avengers Infinity War and Endgame came 1 year after the next, you get 2018 and 2019 blended together. Yeah, the years blend together. Totally. All the years blend together for me. Didn't we just have the year 2010? Oh my gosh. Sellers says, have you thought about having a series about her book like Harry Potter did? I'm not understanding your question, because this is a series. There's 2 out of 5 so far. And, you know, I'm not J.K. Rowling. I am Arlette Finn. I think I'm glad I'm me and not her, even though I would not mind that bank account she has. But the Chronicles of Royal High is a series. And the only way it's similar to Harry Potter is that there is a magical boarding school, but this is a royal school instead of a magic learning school to learn magic. I mean, they have alchemy here, but they also have monarchy 101. You know, Edenarth, it's a very complicated fantasy world with, you know, the interkingdom accords and different kingdoms and stuff. Oh, so you say like a movie series like Harry Potter. Oh, I hope so. Oh God, I hope so. I actually, yeah, this year was supposed to come to fruition for a lot of things. And one of those things I was hoping for was possibly getting this into other media. But, you know, nothing is set in stone. We just had a pause. I feel like 2020 was the year that didn't happen. But you know what? I can almost promise it. One day, I definitely think the Chronicles of Royal High will be on the screen in some capacity, whether a cartoon, a comic, a live action movie series, or a streaming series even. Everything's going to streaming, and everybody loves, you know, shows that have seasons and stuff. I'd be down for that too. You know, I could totally block out the first book for you right now. You know, 8 or 10 episode pilot season right there. STC Eagle says this year marks 10 years since Tangled and 30 years since Back to the Future Part 3. 10 years since Tangled? Really? Rapunzel's actually my third favorite princess. It goes Belle, Ariel, Rapunzel. I feel like all three of them, I just identify with so many things that they are. I love Rapunzel actually. Tangled is so freaking cute. Sellers says I was Adella for Halloween last year. You were? Wait, did you tell me on Instagram? Because I knew that there was one girl who was Adella for Halloween last year. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Do you have pictures? I would love to see that. Wow. Wow, you were Adella for Halloween? That's really cool. I'm tripping out about that. All right, you guys. I am at my end. I kind of want to get some hot cocoa and curl up, but this was wonderful. Freaking miss you all so much. I'm going to get off for tonight, but thank you for joining me in this. I think my camera is out of focus on my Logitech. Well, this is a good time to end it. But yeah, I love you all. Be safe out there. Treat each other with kindness. Treat everyone with kindness. You don't know somebody's story until you know them. So be good. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Be good to each other. And yeah, I will be getting these books out. And if you want to order your own books signed from me, mailed right to you, just head over to the link in my bio. United States residences only. We're only United States shipping. But if you order by December 11th, free shipping on me. But yeah, I love you all. Happy holidays. And I celebrate Christmas, so I will wish you a Merry Christmas. It is December 1st. But yeah, be good out there. And I'm going to try and live stream again next week, especially while we're doing the holiday book boxes. All right. Be good. I will see you next week, you guys. Good night. Let me see here. How do I end the stream? Did they change Instagram again? The stream. Do I don't want to hit a bad button. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hit live. Nope. I feel like a dork. Oh my God. David, help me. I haven't live streamed in forever. Okay. There we go. Nope. Turn off commenting. When did they change it? Dude, when did they change it? Well, I'm going to Google this right now. Oh my God. Wow. I'm a grandma. Look at me being a grandma. Just close the app. But if I close the app, then the live video will go away. because I want to repost it onto my page because they do that now. Holy crap, that's insane. Hold on. Done with the live video. I'm going to figure out how to end it and still keep the freaking stream. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm just going to tap the X button then. Okay, good night. Love you all. Hopefully it saves. There it is. Okay. All right, and Facebook, you guys are going to sleep. I will see you all next week.